In our lives, we're faced with crossroads, not just every now and then, but pretty often, like many, many, many crossroads, even in a given day, sometimes even within a given morning or afternoon or evening. And the crossroads decisions that we make are constantly there, really. You know, it's things like, should I have that biscuit or should I not have the biscuit? Should I actually start that project that I've been telling myself to start, or should I leave it for now? Should I take the bins out or should I not take the bins out? Should I go for that run or should I not go for that run? Should I watch something on the telly or should I not do that? These little crossroads are there with us throughout our days, aren't they? When we think about it, should I do this? Should I not do that? These kind of choices about what we do and what we don't do. These kind of left or right kind of decisions that we have to make throughout the day. And in fact, the idea that I'm going to give to you today is an idea that is never actually a crossroads. You know, do I do that or do I do this? There's actually 4 choices in any crossroads. So when I say this, I don't mean that I'm not going to make the very obvious point that, you know, it's not a case of do I watch TV or do I not watch TV, that there's an infinite number of possibilities. I'm not going to be making that point because you know that for sure. But when we're faced with these little crossroads and it seems like we've got 2 choices in front of us, we've actually got 4, because it's not just about what we do that forms the crossroads. There's another little permutation that comes in, which is about how we are with ourselves once we've chosen what we do. And what I mean by that is, I'm sure I'm not the only one to have that kind of critical, self-harassing voice that likes to come in from time to time and tell me that it's not actually okay, the decision that I've just made at that crossroads, that I should be feeling guilty, or that I should be having a problem, that I should actually be doing the other thing. You shouldn't have had that biscuit, as I'm munching away at it. And so it's not just the action. Should I do that? Or should I do this? That forms the decision matrix, really. It stops being a simple crossroads, one or the other, because we've also got this reflection on ourselves. Are we actually going to be okay with what we've decided? Or are we going to not be okay with what we decided? Are we going to tell ourselves off for the choice we made at that crossroads? Or are we going to be easy with ourselves? And so because you've got both of those things going on, not just the action you take, but how you treat yourself afterwards, there's really always 4 choices whenever it looks like there's 2. So let's take that one. Will I have that biscuit or will I not have that biscuit? When you actually paint that out as the 4 choices, this is what it looks like. I can have that biscuit and bully myself. I can have that biscuit and be absolutely fine with myself. I can decide not to have the biscuit and bully myself. Or I can decide not to have the biscuit and be fine with that too. So suddenly those 2 choices, have the biscuit, not have the biscuit, becomes 4. Because then it's, do I bully myself or am I easy with myself? And they're the 2 decisions that get mapped over the top. And what I'm going to suggest, I suppose, as an idea, or I'll pose as a question, is it more important that you don't bully yourself? So out of that matrix of 4 different options, what would it be like to simply refuse the 2 options where you bully yourself? I can have the biscuit and bully myself, or I can avoid the biscuit and bully myself. You see, both of those options don't sound much fun. Both of those options feel like you're going to have a horrible experience, whichever one you choose. And so my question then is, once we realise that every 2 options is really 4, because we either do the thing and bully ourselves, or do the thing and be easy with ourselves, then we can actually turn it to a beneficial crossroads. And the beneficial crossroads is the one that says, you know what? I might avoid this biscuit, and if I do, I'm going to be fine with myself, and I'm going to treat myself well for having avoided it. And the other option is that I'm going to eat the biscuit. I'm going to really bloody enjoy it. I'm going to be fine with myself for eating the biscuit. And at least then, whichever decision that you decide to go with, you're at least going to cut out that harassing, bullying voice that is going to make life miserable no matter what it is that you choose to do. And so, having started off by saying that things aren't really a crossroads, you can actually design it back so it becomes a crossroads again. You can take that decision about how we treat ourselves off the table and say, do you know what? Whichever one I decide, I'm going to be good to myself. I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to support myself, and I'm going to cheer myself on, and I'm going to enjoy whatever decision that I take. Because once you decide that, and decide that you're going to refuse to be a bully to yourself and to criticize and shame and guilt trip yourself, then you actually got a crossroads, which is a really enjoyable one, where you can decide to avoid the biscuit and feel really good about yourself, or decide to eat the biscuit and really bloody enjoy it and feel good about yourself. And that crossroads is a much nicer one, isn't it? So I thought this might be helpful, because when you realise that actually you're not facing a crossroads, you're facing 4 different paths, it gives you the option to block off the 2 paths that are going to make sure that you're miserable no matter what you decide in terms of the action to take. And once you block those off, you're left with 2 avenues, both of which are lovely ones, whichever one that you decide to walk down. So if you like this idea and you think this might be useful to someone else, please share the show. That really helps. And you can subscribe to wherever you get your podcasts. It's completely free. Same deal if you prefer to watch them on YouTube. You'll find them at asliceoftherapy.com. And if you'd like to, you can work with me one-on-one. I'm Alun Parry, and you'll find me at Liverpool Psychotherapy.co.uk. So thanks for listening, and I'll be back with another one tomorrow.